Taurus, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Taurus, please. All right, so the Three of Pentacles in reverse is your energy. Your person, the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, also the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. They're viewing you as the Ten of Swords in reverse. What you're not seeing is the Five of Pentacles. And we see the Four of Wands showing up in reverse. And your energy, the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so I feel like my Taurus, you're not so sure about being on the right path here with this person or whether or not there's compatibility. Now, some of you could be dealing with somebody else, and it looks like you have somebody that feels like they're your destined partner, but they're actually feeling left behind, left out in the cold. And, you know, I feel like they feel like they missed an opportunity with you. Now, I don't know if that's because you've gotten involved with somebody else or you're still healing from something, or you just don't really feel like now's the time for a relationship. I mean, some of you with the Emperor in reverse, you may have recently gotten out of a connection, or you're enjoying the single life, or you're not sure that, you know, you really want to step up into something serious at this time. So, you know, you guys know how you're feeling here. But the Three of Pentacles in reverse tells me there's either third-party interference, which can also be work. I mean, with the Emperor in reverse, some of my Taurus, you might be building a business, or business owners are working high, you know, a lot of high work hours. And the Five of Swords in reverse, a lot of you, you're really unapologetically working towards some sort of financial goal. And you might feel like you don't have enough time in your schedule for this person or for love or something like super serious, right? For others of my Taurus, you feel like you're not compatible because you're still in the process of healing. And with the Emperor in reverse, this Aries energy, you may have been through something that was really difficult. You know, this can be somebody who was controlling or abusive, or like an ex who was just really, really draining. So I kind of feel like a lot of my Taurus, you're kind of focused on your own healing right now. You want zero drama in your life, okay? Now you're viewing this person as the Five of Pentacles. A lot of my Taurus, you know that this person is feeling disappointed or they're missing you. And you view the relationship as the World in reverse. Now I'm hearing it's maybe a yes, but not right now. You may feel like there's unfinished business, but you might also feel like you two are on different timelines. Like there's distance between the two of you, whether it's physical or emotional. Your person, the Queen of Pentacles energy in reverse. Your person isn't fully investing. I also feel like your person is feeling a little bit deflated by whatever's going on here. They might also be questioning, Taurus, whether or not they're good enough, right? They have enough to offer you. You may also be questioning that, right? There's nothing wrong with, you know, being brutally honest with yourself about whether or not a particular person can give you what you need in a relationship, okay? But a lot of you might feel like there's unfinished business here, or there's just too much distance. Now, what you allow will continue. Your boundaries are currently being challenged, so you may learn the art of saying no and remember your power. Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like my Taurus, you absolutely are remembering your power. I feel like you're putting up strong boundaries here with possibly this person, or because you've learned. You may have, I kind of just feel like some of my Taurus, you were in a relationship or a connection here where somebody was crossing your boundaries. Somebody was taking liberties. Somebody was trying to control you. Somebody was jealous of you. Somebody was, you know, very my way or the highway. And again, it could be this person, or it could be what you're reacting to. Yeah, bad timing. See, this is the energy I'm getting of this reading. Everything will come to you at the right time. Be patient, your time will come. But I kind of feel like this is what my Taurus, you're recovering from. And with bad timing, I do think that you realize this person's a little bit disappointed, but I feel like you don't think you're on the same page. Either because you don't feel you're compatible, or you might feel like you're not ready yet, or this just doesn't feel right yet. And we see getting nowhere. You may need to adjust the lens of your life, change your mindset, and then change your lifestyle. You can still turn things around. But I think that's what you're in the process of doing, Taurus. I feel like I don't know if you've just recently got out of a long-term relationship, maybe you're starting a business, like whatever it is, I feel like you are turning things around. And do not underestimate how much of a challenge that is, whether it's physical, emotional, financial, whatever it is, spiritually, you're turning things around. And, there's oftentimes not a whole lot of room for other people on that journey. Now, there's room for people who are loving and supportive, absolutely. But a lot of times when you're going through this type of transition or this type of change, you're setting strong boundaries, you're changing habits, you're being more discerning. It can be overwhelming to invite somebody along on that journey. And it looks like that's what you've been doing and you are doing. And I'm so proud of my Taurus who are doing that and you're resonating with this, because you don't have to carry your burdens alone. You have the courage to ask and accept help. So I do think you're freeing yourself here from something: physical, financial, emotional, maybe a combination of the, three. But I like this message because it says have the courage to ask and accept help. Now, you might feel like this is your journey and your journey alone, but remember that it is important to recognize when there is support, and that, that there are people that will support you if you're ready for it or if you want it, okay? But anyway, so I feel like you have somebody here who's watching all of this go down or experiencing this on some level with you or alongside you or watching it happen. And they're not investing just yet, most likely because they do want to give you your space, because they may feel like, they're not good enough in some ways, they don't have enough to offer. But the Wheel of Fortune tells me this person does have quite a bit to offer. And they do feel like you two are destined partners. 10 of Cups, this person wants stability, marriage, commitment with you. They see a happy life. I think this person is waiting for you to heal, Taurus. I think they're waiting for you to get through a transition or a change, waiting for you to heal. And we see the 9 of Wands, a card of waiting, taking a break, holding a torch for you. It's not easy waiting, but this person is watching and they're waiting. They're also the wounded warrior, so in a lot of ways they might know exactly what you're going through. I kind of feel, Taurus, and I'm wondering, I don't remember which reading this was. There was something very similar here where someone was around, this reading is somebody here who absolutely loves and adores you. And they're waiting for their opportunity. They don't want to overwhelm you. They have a lot to offer. And I kind of feel like, again, 10 of Swords in reverse, they're waiting for you to heal. They're waiting for you to have more time in your schedule. They're waiting for this divorce to be finalized. They're waiting for you to, buy that home, move out of that old home, whatever it might be. Or just to take the emotional time that you need to heal from something that does feel really heavy. All right, but they see you as coming into alignment. They see you as truthful and authentic. Okay, but they also see you as the 6 of Swords in reverse. You haven't quite moved on from something and you're fighting for it. So maybe you're fighting for the health of your business. Maybe you're fighting for your independence. Maybe you're fighting to pay off debt, whatever it might be. Yeah, but they see that you know exactly what you want. 7 of Cups in reverse. They see you as transparent. This person clearly sees you as a soulmate. They're crushing on you hard. But the Queen of Wands energy in reverse. They know that you can't fully invest yet, or you're hesitant about fully investing because it feels like your energy is scattered. Your energy is elsewhere. And again, because of healing, because you want to be single, because you need to focus on your business, whatever it is. This person, slow and steady, wins the race. They know what they want. They want that Ace of Pentacles with you, and it feels like they're willing to hold space. That's a beautiful energy because this is somebody that doesn't want to stress or overwhelm you, somebody who's extremely emotionally intelligent, they're intuitive, and they're, like I said, they're willing to hold space for you here, Taurus. I don't think this is a past person by any means. This person's already imagining a future with you. All right. I'm not going to take any of those. What else do we need to know about this person? What else do we need to know about this person? Yeah, this is somebody extremely attractive. Okay, femme fatale energy and child magical. So they probably have this like this beautiful magical innocence about them as well, but they see the potential for sacred beauty in all things and the belief that everything is possible. See, this person thinks this is possible, that they see the potential in this connection. They see your sacred beauty. They're willing to hold space. Even if like maybe other people around them are like, yeah, no chance, or this isn't a good idea. It's like this person is not in any rush. They're falling for you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for the right time. How are they viewing my Taurus? Father energy, dictatorial control, abuse of authority. I don't think they see you that way, but I do think they know that you've been through this. I don't know if this is like a really nasty boss or this is like an ex-spouse or partner. They do know what you've been through. And we see damsel energy, and they know that you now understand the nature of healthy romance, and you're inspired to rely on yourself. Ooh, they know what you've been through. They know what you've been through, and they also know that you need your time. You need to take your time. And that they need to build trust. All right. 5 of Pentacles. This person, though, behind the scenes, they're missing you, or I don't get this as like reconciliation vibes. But I do think that this person is disappointed, right? And not disappointed in you, but disappointed that maybe it's taking so long, right? Or, they're disappointed. They're probably also, I kind of get this energy of this person being protective of you, like knowing what you've been through. Like, it hurt you, it hurts them. All right, 5 of Wands energy. They don't want to bring you any drama. They want to fight for your affection. They want to offer stability. They want to offer what they've worked for. They have a lot to offer here. And the Empress energy. This is someone who's very high vibrational, and they see you as their Empress, or they are your Empress. Wow. Okay, so I really like this energy. The 4 of Wands in reverse tells me it is important that you focus on your stability, but your ships are coming in. And like I said, this is somebody who's willing to hold space for you. But it is important that you clean up your side of the street. You focus on your stability, you get grounded, you get self-assured, you focus on your health, mental, physical, emotional, financial, spiritual. The 6 of Pentacles, because right now the situation isn't going to be very balanced, all right? But I also get with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, this person's going to toss some breadcrumbs while they're waiting. And not in the way that, we normally interpret tossing breadcrumbs like, oh, like in a bad way. Like this person's going to continue to sort of test the waters here, but without pressuring you, without making you feel uncomfortable. The 3 of Wands is your ship's coming in here. And we see the Queen of Swords, but this person's going to keep it professional. They're going to keep it respectful. They're watching, they're waiting. This is somebody in alignment. This is somebody trustworthy. Ooh, so I really like this, Taurus. It's like somebody here is waiting in the wings. Very emotionally intelligent, loving and nurturing with a lot to offer, and they want to offer it to you. They're seeing you as their divine counterpart. They feel like you're destined partners. It could be somebody that you know online. They can't wait to see you again, or they're hoping this can come together. Hiding from you. I don't think this person's necessarily hiding from you, but I definitely feel like they're not trying to push it. Okay, they kind of want it to unfold in your timing because they want to do it right. And like I said, I don't think this person's in a rush. All right, we see they may be a night owl, or maybe they work night shifts. They need to grow up, and we see liar. Okay, I don't think that's the case though with this person. I don't get it anywhere else. We see insecure and confident. So what I'm getting here is I do think needs to grow up and liar, and then insecure and confident is saying this person knows that they need to step up at some point in time, right? But there is something about the situation that makes them nervous, even though they feel like you're destined partners and they feel like they could offer you, the world. But they also are worried that they're going to be rejected. And with liar energy here, it tells me that this person hasn't completely told you the truth yet. But I don't think this is somebody who actively lies to you. I don't think this is somebody you cannot trust. And the reason I'm saying that is because we got confident and insecure. And the way I'm reading it is this person comes off confident, but they're much more insecure about this than you realize. Even though they're willing to hold space for this connection, they're much less confident than they come off as. They're coming out as the Queen of Swords. They're coming off as, serious, not too emotional. Like you probably don't even know how into you they are. But deep down, they feel like the 10 of Cups with you, like you'll be married one day, or that, you two will be in a long-term, loving, romantic relationship. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? All right, 10 of Swords in reverse. So this person is going to be communicating soon, okay? But they're not going to full on take a risk. They probably will come in and like joke with you. It's like this person's going to keep showing up, tossing those little breadcrumbs, checking the temperature, where you are, how you're feeling, that sort of thing. I don't think it's going to be annoying, but I do think they are going to mask some stuff with humor, okay, until they feel more sure. All right, that's the message I'm getting, Taurus. But they also don't want to look foolish. They also don't want to rush, is what I'm getting. And it's like they're definitely erring on the side of caution, which could be frustrating. But like I said, they don't want to overwhelm you. They want to do things right. And Spirit's saying subsequently, Taurus, pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Okay, and we see victim mindset. I do think a lot of my Taurus, you've really been through something here, and my heart goes out to you. I'm sending you love, peace, and ease, because I can see you've been through something difficult. You feel the world's against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. All right, my lovely Taurus, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.